What's up, guys, and welcome to the Oak Cliff Cocktail Breeze. Today is Earth Day, so we're going to celebrate by doing a little cleanup around town.
So I'm old enough that the first time I went around the world there was no plastic. We actually saw some once and we're almost excited to see something other than birds. The second time around, part of the reason why we lost the rudder for the third time is we had a huge piece of black plastic wrapped around the rudder in the North Atlantic. So I've seen dramatic change. And now, staying on the Sabine old part, I can't run anymore, so I walk and I pick up IKEA bags of garbage and put them as part of my workout almost every day. Biceps, triceps, squats. So I'm saving the planet and my knees.
It's just shocking to see all that's out here. Just like even in this corner, the amount of like small bits that you're seeing, like most of what I got are small parts. And you wouldn't even notice them, okay, like just walking to the shops or anything. But they're still here, they still go into the water. Then to the fish, from the fish they go into our stomachs again when we eat the fish. And like, it's not something that just affects the fish, it's something that is affecting us directly because it just comes back to us and into our food. It's present for everyone.
Let's see what you got.
Found this between cars. And all this is just back here. And it's pretty embarrassing.
Just from this one tree. That's sad. A couple things that I do, even when grocery shopping in these hard times, is when you're in the store, look for products that come from local farmers in glass containers if you can find it. There are two yogurt brands that I know of. One is called Calypso, and it comes in clay, which is really cool, with a foil top. And one is called Nuno's, that comes in a glass container, which is really cool. And then you can reuse those to make your own seedlings, plant your own gardens and things like that, and help the world by helping out your own backyard.
One of the first events I ever did, and that was the Youth Nationals in Qingdao, which was where the sailing portion of the 2008 Beijing Olympics actually took place. And I remember that was one of the first events I ever did, and Qingdao was beautiful. The skyline, you could see all the big buildings around with the really clear water. But the problem is, even within just being out on the water for half an hour, I realized just how polluted everything was. Like, the water is really clear, but then still there's a ton of trash and like plastic bottles, cups and things like that just floating right past you. And it kind of ruined just a beautiful scene.
So, in 2018, I got to do the Atlantic Cup for the second time as an OBR, and on the second night, right after we had passed Cape Hatteras, we were caught in the doldrums in a dense fog in the middle of the night with a full moon. And at one point, I remember just looking around and seeing nothing but hearing the sound of a whale broaching, a shark fin swimming by the stern, dolphins and glowing jellyfish, hearing some birds even. And it was like there's this whole entire graceful dance going on around us. And something as stupid as like the candy wrapper from my lunch could make it all the way out there and get in the way of that. And I, as a sailor, live for moments like that. I love offshore sailing, and I love those moments where you're really in the midst of nature. And I would hate for something as silly as this to float thousands of miles away and ruin moments like that. So it kind of like drove it home for me, just to be conscious of like the waste I produce and then what I do with it.
I guess it's a sport where we're very lucky that we get to see all kinds of creatures at night and during the day, and it'd be sad to see them go.
So back in the 2018 Bermuda race, I think it was the morning of day 3 of the race, and like just after sunrise, we saw something off the bow. Just floating on the water, it was like in the doldrums, flat, calm water. As we approached it, though, we saw it was trash or something that we couldn't just leave there in the middle of the ocean. So bore away a little bit and just put the boat right next to it so someone could reach over and pick it up. Turned out, I think it was a balloon or something. yeah, we were racing and in the middle of the ocean trying to make the boat go fast, but a couple seconds out of the way for the environment is totally worth it.
In wilderness, there exists an old and familiar voice that, given an opportunity, still echoes down the canyons and off the granite walls, and has always called to those who might be inclined to listen. It still has the power to resonate in the hardest human hearts, challenging us with the inescapable question: is the world composed of just so many natural resources? Or is the world in fact a sacred entity? And as humans, do we have the integrity and the intelligence to know the difference? The Light in High Places by Joe Hubbard.